Yo, it's Jay Menace, Chicago's on. Y'all know what time it is, and you are now in tune with the record pool. Let's get it.
Move your body, move your body. Let the music take control.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Summertime Fine.
What's your boy, Kyle Gorillas?
Yo, it's Jay Menace. Let's get it.
And we back with the record pool. So if y'all don't know, we got Jay Menace on the record pool today. So
Yeah.
He just feel right in, so that's all good. So.
I felt like the slot was right there. I thought y'all was calling on me.
It was open opportunity. So let's talk about, where you from. Let's get the ball rolling on that.
So originally out south side of Chicago, Inglewood. I bounced around a lot. I claim Inglewood because I spent more time there than I did anywhere else, but I stayed out west in K-Town. I stayed over east, but mostly, Inglewood, 55th and Peoria.
Okay. So, how did that impact like your music and how you?
That impacted in the way of what I can talk about and what I seen and my authenticity and what I speak to and where I'm from. Like, so for real, that had a huge impact on everything that I spit and how I spit.
So what made you want to be an artist in general, just to start off?
Honestly, I wish I had some deep story that was super dope, right? Like that was deep. But it's not. I stayed in shelters growing up. So I remember me and Terrence, shout out to my cousin Terrence, like we would go in the pantry and we would just play instrumentals. And I would just be spitting. And this is when I was 8, 9 years old. We would just be spitting. And then it became a thing, and I made my first song when I was in 8th grade, and the whole school was bopping to it. I'm like, oh, I kind of like this, and then it became an outlet eventually. That was music always been close to me, so I'm like, man, if somebody can make me feel how Pac made me feel, or how all of them made me feel when I was growing up, if I could do that for somebody else, that would be dope. So that's. I guess that was deep in a way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's get deep into that. Your story. I mean, with the shelters. I mean, how did that go? Was it a one time thing? You was just there for a little while. How did you get in that and then make it out of that?
Both of my parents was on drugs. I ain't seen my real father since '96, June of '96. But I spent 13, 14 years of my life in and out of different shelters. If there's a shelter in Chicago, I probably stayed there. So I bounced around with that a lot. And as far as how I made it out of it, I got adopted actually. I was about to go back to DCFS for the second time. And I remember the case manager at the shelter, he gave me an ultimatum. He you can go with the police, or you can just take the clothes on your back and you can roll with me. And I'm like, oh, that's easy. Let's go. I'm out.
Wow.
And he taught me everything. I feel the man that I am and the principles that I have came from him. And so that saved my life, bro. Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, that you definitely got a deep story. I know,
for sure.
People, yeah. Look, y'all man, I wasn't even prepared.
No, I wasn't, because it was it took me off guard. I'm like, wait a minute. But, so with all of that being said, do you think that it's a lot of, what's your goal as far as just doing music? What do you want to leave for the people?
Legacy, yo. And telling a story and being real. So I think a lot of music, and this ain't no cap towards nobody, because it's a lot of dope artists that's really telling their story, but I just want to be remembered for keeping it a 100 and a buck all the way. I never spit a lyric or say anything that I have not personally been through. And I think that's real and that's needed. I'm not capping. I'm not talking about nothing that I saw. I can tell you detailed and facts. And so if I could leave anything in music, it would be that, because somebody going through what I went through.
Right.
And when they hear it or hear my music, they're going to be out, they'll be able to identify that's 100.
So what do you not respect the guys that's rapping, making up stuff, maybe telling somebody else's story?
That's a trap question. I like that. That's a trap. I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna respect it, because it's else you was in it or you was watching it, and I don't think you're less authentic because you was watching it. I do think you got to differentiate. But nah, I ain't gonna say I lost respect. I'm just gonna say that ain't what I do. Like, I ain't gonna spit about nothing that I saw or that I ain't went through. But nah, I ain't, it ain't no cap towards nobody. Like, get it how you get it.
Right.
So what's your favorite thing about doing music?
My favorite performing by far. It's not even close.
Okay. But
Shall I
why?
elaborate?
Yeah, I'm like, but
I was
why?
waiting for more. No. Because when everything is, when you get to a point where you have real life supporters and fans, and it starts to become work. Like when you got, it ain't no longer just for fun. We ain't just rapping in the basement. It's for work. So the one time where I feel like it's just all you, it's no pressure, you letting it all loose, is when I'm on stage.
Right.
Like I black out. And I have a ball and all the stress relief, like the way them bodybuilders feel about exercising and lifting weights. That's how I feel about performing. Like that's my exhale. Like, so that's when you get to leave it all out there. That's dope.
Okay. Speaking of the bodybuilding thing, man, is that what you into besides the rap and stuff? Or
Nah, bro, I'm not a bodybuilder. I played sports like most of my life, so I'm heavy into taking care of my body and training. That's a big part, man. Plus you hurt. Like you play, y'all did any sports?
Yeah, I did wrestling.
You did wrestling? I was all state wrestler. Like, okay. So like when you build up that muscle mass and you just stop working out, like, bro, I be hurting. Yeah. Like I don't think I can go like no long time without exercise. So nah, I'm not a bodybuilder, bro. But
so speaking of that though, now how you feel about people like Bandman Kevo getting the BB or the BB whatever, putting the stuff, putting the stuff in his
really
arms.
Call it a BBL?
He taking the fat out, putting it in his arms and all.
More power to you, bro. More power to you, bro. Get out, you get it, bro. I ain't gonna cap at you. Like, do what you do. If it's working for you, that's cool. I'm gonna say it ain't for me. I'm not.
It's not the same as going to the gym, though.
Nah, it's not. Nah, it's not. It's not. But if you. That's, hey, look, if you got the money to pay, like, and whatever, like, go ahead, go for it. I'm at the gym though. Right. I'm at the gym.
I mean, it definitely looked really cheesy when I saw it. I'm like, this man. I'm like, you know how like y'all remember like that Will Smith episode when he put on that fat suit? That's how it like kind of made me feel.
You didn't want
like
to touch it. You didn't want to touch it.
It was just like weird.
You weren't intrigued at all about.
Nah, I wasn't. It was because honestly, it makes me think like, dag, what are they really putting in you to make this six pack? You know what I'm saying? Like make one of these abs. What is that? Because they're really fat. Because I mean, it makes sense with the BBL. Okay, one fat from another. Like, all right, cool. But it's like, how are you looking like this?
It definitely was wild. But again, I ain't gonna cap. Like if that's working for him and he pulling it, like go for it, bro. Like,
so what? So back to the man. See, Chicago really be getting us off topic with these doggone questions.
I like him. He got them curveball questions. He like, I'm gonna get you.
When it come down to performing and things like that, people watch you and stuff. Do you ever feel as though like, have you ever had like a bad performance? You like, man, I don't know what happened that day. Like,
like I got booed before. I still ain't forgot.
For real?
I'm the type, I don't forget nothing. I got booed. This was in high school, Like, I did we was doing a talent show, and it was a packed auditorium. Like, and at this point, I had moved from Inglewood. I spent like a year and a half. I graduated from Thornton, actually, out in Harvey.
Oh,
right? Like, so, like, I spent a year and a half out there. And if you ever been to Thornton got a huge auditorium, Like, and I'm talking about it was packed to the point the aisles was filled up. Everybody was there. I had family there, and they played the CD or whatever, and it started skipping.
Yeah.
And so the instrumental started skipping, and they booed me, man.
Oh man,
like I never forgot that. I think that's why I perform so hard now. I was like, man, I wish somebody would boo me off stage. Like that ruined my I came back in school like with the hood on, like for like 2 weeks. Like that was embarrassing, man. Like, so that would be the one time. Other than that, like I don't think I had a bad performance after that because I put so much time into it. Like I ain't even trying to cap. Like I really perform. I really like take time out. Every step is planned and calculated. I posted about it. Like nothing is by mistake. I get it all mapped out. Like so, like I do too much to have a bad performance.
Okay,
that's robbing people of their money.
that's true.
So with you coming from Inglewood, you know what I'm saying, and you go out in these different environments performing and all that, do you feel like you got some type of like you gotta look over your shoulder, like some type of I don't want to say PTSD, but you know, like just coming from the hood and then going another place that might not be as treacherous as, you know what I'm saying, as some hoods. Do you feel like mentally you gotta kind of look around and like kind of be observant?
I always am, bro. Like when you look, no cap, when you came to the door, like I was about to grab whatever. I'm like my man staring at me though, like staring me down. Like I don't go. I'm like that, bro. Like so, like yeah, like nah. I'm I'm paranoid about a lot of stuff. Like bro, like I stay where I stay. I got a whole crib. I got 5 bedrooms in my crib. Ain't nobody, ain't no crime around my crib or nothing. But like I promise you, like if I'm in the crib, it's by me. Like at all times, I'm just like that. Like you can't really escape that mentality. So like, I'm like that, the people around me like that, or I got people around me that's, head on the swivel at all times, especially, being a rapper right now and all of that, yo, like, anybody will run up on you and take your life for whatever, like, like your car, your jewelry, your money, whatever. Like, so like, nah, I'm like that. Like, so at all times, I'm like that right now. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, it might, somebody might tap on this.
With that, with that whole thing, and just rappers, a lot of rappers losing their life. How do you think that makes you like even more alert than what it is now, or makes you less alert? Like, how do you?
That's a tough question, because when you grew up around it, I don't think it made me more or less alert. It's just like it's confirmation of everything that I feel. That I was just saying, like that's another that when you be talking to people around you and they be saying like you way too paranoid. Like that'd be my example. Like look at that.
Yeah,
head went on the swivel. Look what happened. Like like one slip up. That one time that you might have said 1 or 2 words and you thought it was done. Look what happened.
Right.
Like so that's why like I ain't gonna be no example. And if it do happen, like like it ain't gonna be because my I was slipping.
I get it. Right.
That's big to me.
Speaking of that, you know what I'm saying, you were saying how important is keeping your circle tight, right? Because we seen R.I.P. Shaquilla Robertson. Shaquilla Robertson, she went out with supposed to be friends, right, and end up losing her life. Like how important is you is just making sure like my team is tight, like everybody around me love me, like
that's everything to me, bro. Like when I say my, I ain't saying this as a brag and that, man, but my family, like 90% of my family don't know where I stay. Like I'm big on that. I'm big on privacy or whatever. Like my circle is super, super, super small. I know everybody though. Like I'm the type where if I go in Chicago or anywhere, touchdown, whatever hood you talking about, I know people there. I can make a call there. But the personal relationship side of it is small for me. And that's because like it's kind of like what you saying, like you gotta be safe, and everybody ain't got your best interest. Everybody ain't genuinely love. If I can't sit $1 million in cash, right in front of you, and I know every dollar gonna be there, then I can't have you around me. And how many people like that in real life? Like so like nah, I'm real about that. Like my immediate circle is super small, but I associate with everybody. It's all love, but keep that intimate level small.
So, with you being an artist, what can you say? Because, I mean, it's other artists out here, especially in Chicago, just around in general. So what can you say sets you apart from other artists?
I'm me. I'm so authentic. I'm so genuine. And to me, my story is dope. Like, if I told you my story or we sat here and, etched it out, people would be thinking I'd be making it up. Like the fact that I died twice, like flatlined twice.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
I flatlined twice. I had to learn how to walk again. I had real life brain damage. I've been to jail. Like I've worked corporate at one point. I've done so many different things. Being in shelters, and like my life is just authentic, so I can give it to you from a different standpoint, and it's real and it's genuine, and I ain't got to cap or make it up. and you can come and talk to me and I'm real. And I think when people get around me, they feel my energy. Like, so I think that separates me, like, cause it really ain't no cap. I'm really like that, like for real. And when I say I'm like that, I'm a real dude. I'm solid. Like, so to me, it just ain't a lot of solid people or a lot of, I ain't gonna say that, like a lot of solid artists, you know, that's walking. Like, so like, yeah, I'm definitely different.
So with the brain damage and like you saying you flat, like what was that about? Like how did
Yo, like it was crazy. It was just, I think that was God just telling me like I need to slow down. Like, so I got locked up. Like, it wasn't nothing, like I wasn't holding. I ain't really get locked up. I had a warrant out, made bail, and I ended up getting litty the night before. And I was just sitting on the back of my guy's car, and we was riding around the complex. Like, but that's like, you know, like it's nothing major. Like, we was going like 10 miles an hour. He was dropping me off around the corner. So I'm like, bro, I don't even feel like getting in the car. I need the air out. Like, man, I'm just gonna sit on the trunk. Get off the car, take 2 steps, slip on some ice. It's crazy. Like, the car was still moving, but I jumped off, took 2 steps. It was nothing. Slip, head caught me. So I cracked my skull. Now I done been in some wild moments. I'm talking about bullets flying, all type of crazy stuff that I can go into. I ain't never been harmed or nothing like that. That was the thing that set me down. And I just remember, man, like I told him, like, man, y'all gonna have to call the hospital, man. Like, something wrong. Like, I'm sleepy, bro. Like, I can't stay awake. And the doctor told me that, what was it, 3% of people live with the type of trauma that I have. Like, so it affected personality, like supposedly. But when I say I had a reboot, like I wasn't breathing on my own for 2 weeks. I was on the ventilator for 2 weeks, and then after that, my legs just didn't work, bro. Like, I couldn't. It was no real scientific reason they could put behind it. It's just like, yo, your legs just don't work, and we don't know when it's gonna work. Like, your brain just. So my brain was doing a reboot. I had to crawl, then I had to learn how to stand, then I had to learn how to walk. And I think, you know, I was out there. I was in the streets. I was doing a lot of wild stuff. So I think that was just God's way of saying, like, yo, chill.
Yeah.
Chill. Like, take it back a notch. And I flatlined twice. And so after flatlining twice and, you know, them resuscitate me, you know, that's how J Menace was birthed, actually. You know, that was taking Jamin, which is my real name, and Menace, which was my street name, and just combining it. It was J Menace. And it was like, you know. That's how I proceed forward. I feel like I went down a rabbit hole. Did I answer your question?
Oh
bro?
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
yeah. All right.
So like I ain't want to cut you out, would you?
No, it's okay.
So like I was just gonna ask, just expounding on that, like did that make you more spiritual? Did that make you move a certain way? How did I mean, that's a traumatic experience, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you wanna know the truth?
Yeah.
Like, the truth is I was still an idiot, bro. Like, so immediately when I started, they told me it would take me like 2 years. So it took me like 8 months to learn how to walk again. It was like 7.5, 8 months. The moment I did that, I was right back to it. Yeah. Like doing whatever. And I can't make this up. This is why I said my life is a movie. Like, right after that, I got into an accident. My car flipped over 8 times on the E-way. It was on the news, yo. 8 times I had no seatbelt on. And when I say I left the car accident, I only had a bruise on my back, bro. I ain't had no seatbelt on, no nothing. I was upside down, headed towards Joliet to pick up my bro. Shout out to King Quan. And I just remember sitting there, and I looked up, like, at that moment. And I just looked up at the sky. When nothing wrong with me, I was fine. I was just like, I was pissed off my car was messed up. I was just like, all right, God, I get it. I remember saying that. I was like, I literally said it verbally out loud. I was like, I get it. Like, okay.
Right.
You saying chill. Like, okay, I got it. So after that, I kind of converted and switched over everything. Not long after that, I had my daughter, and then I completely like left the street stuff out of it. And that's kind of what changed me. So you would think that dying twice would change me. Like, nah, I was hard headed. I needed another message. So
Yeah.
that's how that went.
So when it comes down to, you having a daughter and everything like that, do you ever like think about like your lyrics and stuff like that when it comes down to, my daughter might hear this? Like, do you ever get in that vibe or that mindset?
I got 3 daughters, actually. So
Okay.
Shout out to Jayla, Jaya, and Jelania. I think about it all the time. I actually don't curse around my kids. I don't play certain stuff around my kids. I don't play my music, but they love my music. I got a baby girl that's 1, and she loved my single Finesse. Like I can't keep them away from me. And now my oldest is 11, so it's to the point where she like, Daddy, like
Yeah.
she wants your autograph.
Right.
I was just at her graduation, and she like, my friend want to meet you. She wants your, she know your song.
man.
She wants
Yeah.
your autograph. She wants you to meet her parents. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, so yeah, it is getting to that point. You can't keep it away from them. They gonna know who you is. But yeah, no, they some of my biggest cheerleaders. On one hand, it's dope, but on the other hand, you like, man, I don't know if I, I don't know if I should be letting you see this side. You've been seeing different daddy. Like, so, no, it's dope, because anything I spit is real. So at least I can explain it and say like why I said what I said, and it's good music. So.
Right.
So speaking of that song, that's doing real good. I mean, I seen on YouTube it was like, what, 100 and some thousand views. How did that come about? Because at first I was gonna ask, I thought, is that y'all like a group thing, or this just people that you really rock with? Because I seen, how did all that come about with the features and everything?
You talking about Finesse?
Yeah, the song. Yeah.
Okay, specifically, like low key. Shout out to Fox Montana and Holiday Bars, yo. Like Finesse was authentic, man. Like I was finishing up my album, A Night to Purge. If y'all ain't got that, please go and stream that. Like that's biggest album to date. But nah, like yo, like at the end of it, like R.I.P. to Goonie the guy, yo. Like that's my bro. He brought me and Fox together, like Fox Montana, and we was at I spoke at his funeral, and he wanted me to chop it up with Fox. I was like, all right, we gonna talk. Holiday Bars was always like my sis. So I'm finishing up, and I had this beat that that was Finesse. The name of the beat was Finesse.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, I need a fill-in song. Like, so I brought him in, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna throw y'all on it just to show y'all love, because I think y'all dope. And I didn't think enough light was being shed on them, and they doing great off of these songs. I did 2 songs with them, and then also Jay Lyric, and I just was like, these are artists that I think are dope.
Yeah.
And they expanding their platform, so I'm glad to see that it's doing what it's doing. But it was authentic. I was just like, bro, hop on here. Holly D wasn't supposed to be on the chorus, and I was like, I'm gonna throw you on here anyway. It was just to shed light on them, bro. And it turned out to be one of the dopest songs on the album. Like, but that wasn't the plan. It was just authentic.
So who else are you working with? Outside of just with, even if it's a Chicago artist, but like who all are you working with?
You mean like my team?
No, just in general, as
Like
far
other
as
rappers,
like the
yeah.
music, other rappers and stuff.
Working with, like, currently my this and that Jay Steve, y'all gonna know about that soon. Like, so we making a song. Jay Steve, A Boog is another one of the artists that we trying to get some stuff going. Outside of that, bro, like I'm really I don't know. Like outside of that, ain't no artist that I'm really working with. I rock with everybody. It's just I don't really rock with a lot of artists on that level. Like, I'm just more so a spectator, and, I look at them and I see them and I try to show them love. I'm trying to change the narrative, yo, like that we gotta hate on each other and all this in Chicago and all that, man.
So you're not really with the drill scene.
I ain't gonna say I ain't with it. Like, it's got its space.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't me though. Like, cause I've been classified as that at one point, especially for certain singles that I've released. I'm not a drill artist. I'm, it ain't no cap. Like, if that's how you get it and you really been through it, then
Right.
Talk. Can
So-
we curse on there? Like, I was about to say something. Sorry.
I'm supposed to say no.
Okay.
But
All right.
I'm just like, I'm supposed to say no.
Talk your stuff.
So when it comes to just wrapping up your music and everything like that, what can you say has been the best thing that's happened to you as far as like 2022 leaving out of this year? What can you say that's the best thing with your music?
My album has done over 800,000 streams worldwide. I've almost reached 1 million. And it might not mean nothing to nobody else. And I say this sincerely. I'm so sincere. Like, I super appreciate everybody that has supported me up to this point. And most people ask me like, I didn't pay for that type of promotion. I paid to promote the album in the sense of like get it out there and do whatever, but it took a whole nother life. And just to think, last year I was thinking about being done with rap. Like, yo, like I've been rapping so long. I'm like, yo, like I'm gonna put something out and I'm just gonna be done. And that album did good. Then this album like went colossal and it took me to a whole nother level. So that's the biggest achievement is the Night the Purge by far, which also is leading to the concert, December 21st, Baseline, Chicago, fourth quarter concert, man. It all led to this. So this has been the dopest year of my career, to be honest. And it's bittersweet. Like it really is, because it's been a lot of work and I'm trying to balance now this all these other things that I got going on, and it's dope, man.
How big? Because you mentioned that you just did like the basic promo thing. How big is promotion for you? Like because a lot of artists they don't see, or they don't really, they put something into promotion, then they like, oh, okay, he's gonna do this, gonna do. But it's like how big. How important is that for you?
Can I move? Okay, let me move it closer, because people artists don't understand it. So let me enunciate properly. Which we on both of these? Yo, there is no such thing. I'm gonna look at both of them. There's no such thing as you making it big without you putting money into it. There is no such thing as the artist that blew up for free. It does not happen. You have to put money behind yourself. You have to put money into everything you do. Nobody is around me for free. Just in case anybody was confused by it. Like my entourage is around me. Most of them are around me because I got the bag, yo. Like I got the bag. And I'm not trying to cap it, nobody with me, but they love me for me. But understand, like I roll with people that they can't roll how I roll all the time. So sometimes I got to cover for them. My manager ain't free. I got to pay him. Like my PR, shout out to Joyce. I love her to death. She's not free. I got to pay her. Like, the promo for my album, it ain't free. You got to pay. Like you got the dopest music in the world. If you ain't putting no money behind it, and it ain't got to be big money. If you ain't got big money, if it's $5, put your $5 up. Put $2.50 up if you only got $5 in your pocket. You got to pay for everything. So to answer your question, it's everything to me. Like, and I had to learn that because I used to cap at people like that. They're like, you ain't authentic. Like, and most artists that do that. Like, you ain't authentic. Like, you pay for you got to pay for everything. You got to pay for everything. Like, nothing's free in this game. They don't care about how dope your music is. Like it's image, it's money, and it's who checking for you. So if you can combine those three things, you can be dope. Like, but if you ain't willing to do that, then it's nothing. So like, that's a huge part of my success. All right, I'm back it up now.
So you said you got December 21st, you got a coming up show. What other shows and stuff that you have coming up? I'm not
really focusing on nothing else this year. I got another show like on December 10th. Forgive me. I'll be promoting that. I forget what it said. I get booked for a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna say this. I'm glad I got this platform to say it too. I'm not focusing on nobody that ain't coming to this concert right now. Like, yo, if you ain't rocking with this, I done turned down at least 8 shows just off of the strength. Like, yo, you popping out to this? Then nah, I'm not coming out. I'm doing a lot of support work up until this point. I really don't want to perform up to that point. Not to cap it, nothing, not because I feel like I'm Hollywood, but I just want to go out, rock out. I want to be a fan for a second. And I just want to leave it all out there on the 21st. I want to like build it up. I want you to anticipate seeing me. Hopefully I see y'all there. Y'all definitely will have some VIP tickets, of course, for having me on the platform. Y'all ain't got to pay for nothing, free of charge. Make sure, I don't know, do y'all drink? Y'all drink? Yeah. Okay, yeah. He said, yeah.
That's just straight you. Just kidding.
No. Like, I would love to have y'all out, and have y'all little section, and, y'all won't have to pay for nothing. It's on me, man, and just come rock out. That's my focus right now. So outside of that, I want all attention on that, and then one other show. I'm sorry, I lied. December 4th, my bro, King Quan, my little brother, man, y'all asked about my circle. This is the closest dude to me. Has a runway show. Actually not too far from where I'm doing mine. So 9316 South Baltimore Ave in Chicago, December 4th, next Sunday. Runway show, promoting all businesses. any business that you have, whether it's fashion, media, whatever. He's promoting business. He's doing the show, and I'm gonna perform there as well. Those are two things that I'm really focused on.
Okay.
That was so long-winded. My fault.
No, it's okay. We just want to make sure you get all your stuff
My
out.
fault.
So
For sure.
yeah. But we want to definitely say thank you for coming on here and blessing our platform. More peace, love, and blessings to you.
I appreciate y'all having me. I do got a question though. My album is not on the wall. How do I get on the wall?
I'm sitting right here like he's talking about he got a question. I'm like, oh God.
How do
So
I get on the wall? Do I gotta look. Do I gotta
You
pay
gotta-
for that? Is that paid promo?
That's all sketch.
That's all.
Can I get like right here? Is this paid promo?
This is good. Look, Sketch Killer said he'll work something out. So
Okay,
y'all,
cool.
all right, cool. So
Y'all
you be
heard
on the
him.
wall
He
of
said it
fame.
live. He said it live. So y'all don't see my album up here, man. Y'all hit him up. Y'all hit him up.
So we want to say definitely thank you so much for coming through. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, man, and be sure to tell them where to follow you at and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, Real J Menace on everything. So the website will be up soon. It's under construction. I took it down. Like I'm getting it back. It's gonna be new and improved. Give me 1 week. It'll be right back up to everybody. But Real J Menace on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. I'm Googleable. You can look me up. J Space
Googleable.
Menace, no dash. J Space Menace. Google me. I'm gonna pop up. YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform you on. Just J Space Menace. MENACE. I'm popping up. And tap in with me, man. We making good music out here. We got a movement going. Let's do it.
Okay, so make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. Make sure y'all go support Underground Artistry, man. Support him. Definitely support all the things that we have going on. Y'all already heard everything that's going on. So especially I need y'all to do that. SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, we all on those platforms. Shout out to Channel 19. Shout out to Comcast. We definitely appreciate y'all. And make sure, if Chicago Realist can bless us with the 3 S's.
Share, support, subscribe.
We appreciate
You know what I'm saying? And check out thisistherecordpool.com. You know what I'm saying? All artists can drop their music, get played on the radio station. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep
Yo,
looking
they
for that.
dope. Like I don't mean to take up y'all time, but y'all look. You like he go get in that slot again. No, for real, man. Y'all dope, man. Y'all came with real life questions, authentic questions. I appreciate it, man. It seemed like y'all, they're genuine questions, man. So y'all need to get out. Y'all need to get out here, try to tap in with them, man. Do what y'all need to do to get in tune with them, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I rock with this heavy, man.
Appreciate it so
Appreciate
much.
that, yeah.
So make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. I'm gonna need y'all to definitely tune in. Y'all can always check out the website. Make sure y'all do that as he said. And make sure that y'all listening to the internet radio 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We're not going anywhere. And y'all, my birthday coming up. That's all I want to say. So
Is Shane's in rotation? Do we got any singles in rotation on y'all station?
I think Joyce and some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just
Shout
asking.
shout out to Joyce.
Shout
too.
out to
Yeah,
Joyce.
putting
Shout
that
out to the
together.
Juice.
Shout out to
all them.
Joyce. Shout out to Swift too. My manager. Shout out to Ali Boz, Jay Lyric. Shout out to Fox Montana and King Quan. Man, like those definitely artists y'all need to tap into. I'm
sure.
sorry. I just keep.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Look, she's like, I'm trying to wrap it up. You keep coming
No,
back
it's
in.
okay. I got it. So we appreciate y'all so much. Make sure y'all do all those things that I need y'all to do. SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube. We all on those platforms. Thank y'all so much for always supporting us and continue y'all to support. We out. Peace.
One more thing. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. It's your girl Summertime Fan, y'all.
Boy, Chicago Realist.
And we out. Peace.
Yeah.